Are we alive? I don't know. But if you can have the patience to wait for like 30 seconds, I will know for sure if we are live or not. What a boring introduction. Welcome to the Tuesday live evaluation of this week's challenge. And I will tell you what it's all about in just a sec. First, some lights. More bluish today, I think. Ooh, don't want to overdo it. I can see the light is green. Elapsed time. Oh, I am live. Just have to see that we got some audio. Just got in from my run home. Okay. Where are you, Alex? Live streaming. It's always this delay in the live stream, so can't know for sure until I know for sure. Audio. Are we green? Yeah, I can see myself. Can I hear myself? Oh yeah, maybe. So, muting myself. Let's just throw some clothes off. I want to do this as close to the approach. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. Hold on for a sec. It's hot. It's hot. Okay, let's get this thing started. First off, mic up. Then I'll give you some context. Okay. So, let's do this. First off, what the heck am I doing here? Why am I live streaming in the middle of the week? It's Tuesday, it's 18:40. I just got home from work and now I'm sitting here sweating. Still high on some adrenaline from what I just did. The challenge of the week for me is to approach one girl each day this week. 5 girls in the end of the week. One every day, and I have to do it when I'm on my way home from work. That's how I define this challenge. Within this time span, I have to approach a girl that I find attractive somehow, and I have to ignite a conversation, try to be flirty, try to enjoy the situation, face my fears, but also I've more aimed this challenge to actually develop my social skills more than just get the rejection because I'm so used to that. So I'm kind of past that now. I more want to develop my social skills. So that was the idea. I did that yesterday. It went so. You can see that video after this if you want to. And the idea was, you know what the idea was. Sorry, I'm just up there. Before I tell you what happened, because it did happen, and it did kind of may have cost me like $100, this approach. Before I tell you what happened, I'm gonna give you just my emotional state going into this, because the other part of this week's challenge was to focus in on how to optimize my willpower usage, so I could actually be like full of energy to go do my approaches and see how that affected my mood. And I talked about this in the introductory video about how we kind of have, you can look at it as we have a limited amount of willpower throughout the day. And if we spend this willpower on different tasks that we have, like if I need to go do some grocery shopping and I make all of these decisions on what to buy, I kind of use up this willpower. And if I'm at work and I have a lot of different decisions to make, basically brain activity that drains of energy equals how much willpower we have and how much we have spent. So this week I've tried to like look at this and optimize my quota. So in the end of the day, when I'm about to do this approach, I feel that I have so much more to spend, so it's easy to do this. And yesterday that worked really well, because I was in a situation where I could really basically do mechanical things at work, and I didn't spend any energy, and at the end of the day I really felt the effect of that. I didn't have any problem at all to do the approach. Today was kind of interesting because I went into this approach with my willpower they were all used up almost. We have had a conference at work, and we've been doing workshops all day, and my brain is just, I'm exhausted. So many discussions and way too energy demanding day to do this kind of thing. So anyways, we finished the workshops, and the day was finished. I put on my jogging things and I started to run home. But then I got to the subway station, because it's snowing like heck outdoors. It's really snowy, and it's really cold outdoors right now. So I figure if I'm gonna make some kind of approach happen, I have to go indoors. It won't happen outdoors today. And I thought, well, I need to renew my commute card. We have this card we fill with money each month, then I can use that for a month before needing to refill it, and it costs around $100. So I thought, okay, if I go indoors, maybe I will see some girls that I will find attractive or whatever, interesting, and I can approach them. So that's what was my plan. That was how I was going to approach this. And I went indoors down in the subway station, and I got to the machine, and I started to make this purchase. I put in what I wanted to buy, but as I was doing this, I was looking to my right, and I can see like, yeah, it's a cute girl standing there, and she started to take more of my attention. Still, I was so low in willpower, so I really didn't want to do it, but come on, Alex. But it's hard when you're so determined. I know I was gonna have to come home and make this live stream, talk about approaching a girl, but still I was just exhausted. I didn't feel like I had the energy to talk to a girl, and if I talk to a girl, I want to be energetic and fun, like my version of how I want to be when I talk to a new person. Anyways, all these mind battle was going on in my mind. I was trying to finalize the purchase, and she was still standing like 20 meters away from me, and was wondering, is she gonna be running away? So I was like two places at the same time. But the thing is, my commute card, I need to get the receipt, because my company is actually paying me for this so I can get to my work. And that means I need to press some special buttons to get this receipt. But since I wasn't fully aware of what I was doing there, more focusing on the girl, I kind of messed that up, and I didn't get any receipt. So that means I'm not gonna get my $100 for paying for that, because I have to show that I really bought that. And now, yeah, so I'm devastated by the fact that I just, I lost $100 here, and still I'm exhausted, drained of willpower. I don't feel like approaching her, but I feel the responsibility to you guys. I need to have this thing going. I need to talk to a girl. I know I'm not allowed to go home until I've done this. So I just feel like so overwhelmed by feelings. And in that emotional explosion, I just shut down, and I just, fuck it, now I'm just gonna go talk to her. And I'm gonna ask her what's on my mind. I need to see if I can talk to some person about this issue that just happened. So context dependent, this is my topic. I'm not hesitating, I'm just, now I'm doing this. So I walk towards her. The distance is decreasing. I'm really not that nervous anymore, because now I'm just more angry with him because messing my thing up. And I hadn't really seen her fully, so I said, excuse me, and she turns to me, and she's like super sweet and she really puts up a good smile, and she gives me energy straight away. And I just, sorry, man, I just messed up right there. Do you know if there's any like a service point around here where I can talk to somebody? And she's like, I don't know. What happened? She asked, like she was kind of interested in my issue, and I told her all about it. And we started to have a little conversation there, and we had a connection for sure. And I still hadn't put in any like my intentions with the conversation, and I didn't even know that at this point. But as I felt that something was happening, and I smiled at her, and I hesitated because I actually said, thank you so much, have a lovely day. And I turned around halfway, but then I just, no, Alex, you have an intention of being 30, you know, you have a subcontext here. You want to say something to her, do that. Come on, man, just do that. So I halfway in my rotation turn back, and I just put on a big smile again, not overdoing it or anything. Like, can I just ask you how old you are? In a bit weird way, because she was like in this midpoint, you know, when somewhere you really don't know if this person is like 15 or 35. I mean, at least with Swedish girls, I find it very hard to judge sometimes. And a bit, since it was a weird question, she I'm 20, and 20 is young, but it's still all right. It's still all right to be flirty at release. And then I said, yeah, okay, that's great. I just had to tell you that I think you are very, very cute. And, you know, sometimes people look a different age that they are. And I started to come up with this weird explanation for why I actually asked about her age. But she found it a bit hilarious, I think, and she smiled and laughed, and some tension rise, because I was more clear with my intention for what I wanted now. Like, yeah, you're cute, I want to flirt with you. So after a few more sentences, I asked, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Like, would you like to go out? Very clear subtext. I didn't actually say that, and that is actually a question I promised myself to not ask. Do you have a boyfriend? Instead, I want to just ask, hey, do you want to do something someday, or take the conversation further? But hey, I was drained on willpower, and that just happened. So I said that, and she smiled, and no, and she hesitated, and like, no, I don't have. But I felt that there was something bubbling within, and I like, but there's something there. And she said, yeah, you know, I'm kind of waiting for a person right now. And she looked towards the escalator where the subway was gonna arrive. And I put 1 + 1 together, and like, yeah, so you're waiting for that guy right now? And she's like, yeah, I am. And I just, well, I'm so glad for you. You seem like an awesome person. I'm hoping that the two of you are gonna work out, because I think you're worth it. I just had a really nice connecting moment there. She smiled, I smiled. For sure added some excitement to my day, a little moment I will cherish, and for sure can look back at and look at as a reference point for where I grew. I learned that it's easy to just use the context that is in my mind at the moment. I had a problem with my ticket, so I just used that as a spark to ignite some kind of conversation, and I did that exact very thing yesterday when I talked to a girl too. Then I had a housing issue. I was thinking about moving to a different area, so that was on my mind, so I used that as an opener. Like, hey, do you mind? I just want to ask you this thing I'm thinking about. And I'm finding that is a very good opener to ignite the conversation. Often I've just gone straight to the point, like, hey, I thought you were cute, just want to talk to you. Now I'm realizing that you can use both methods, especially when you're a bit insecure perhaps about her age, or if you're even interested, or just want to start up a conversation with somebody and you're not sure for where you want it to lead. So just using what's on your mind, super good way to get these conversations started with random people you meet on the street. And that summarizes my second day of this week's challenge where I might have lost $100. And now I see that Raphael here are commenting, and I love comments. Hey Alex, that's a good thing. A lot of guys swear that indirect game works better. Usually when I try, I am direct, but I just might try the next time. And I say, yes, Raphael, go with that. I mean, if not, it's good to just have the full spectrum of social skills to be able to handle all situations. I mean, even if this indirect game you find not to be the best way to flirt with girls, it's a super good way to just practice having conversations with random people, and that will always be useful. Whether it's in a work context, meeting new friends or whatever, being able to just have a nice easygoing conversation, or if you just have an issue you want to reflect with a random person, sometimes that will just give you some nice input. I just find that being able to connect more with the external world, it adds so much to me, and the skills I've progressively are building up to have these conversations just gives me so much value, and it's definitely worth the effort to develop these skills. And yeah, that is everything I am gonna say, because now I have to get into some work. I'm editing a company video, and I should have been finished with that yesterday. I'm not. Otherwise, I would have loved to continue this conversation with you guys. It is exhausting, but I am having fun with this, and thank you, Raphael, for giving me some input here. Love when that happens. I had an awesome day, and my name is Alexander Nilsson. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow approximately at this very same time. Hopefully I have just had a super great, awesome conversation with a nice girl, and who knows, that might just be the one. I don't know. Either way, some kind of live stream will happen, that I guarantee. My name is Alexander Nilsson. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being awesome. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys. And Raphael, have a good evening.